Welcome back to the Morning Mindset edition of the Live, Build, Change podcast. My name is Kerry Green, and I thank you for taking the time to set your mind straight this day. You've got to do this diligent work every morning. So do I. It's a responsibility as believers in Christ, but it's also a very desperate need for us to align our minds with God's way of thinking, because we don't naturally think that way. We don't naturally think with the wisdom and the discernment and the insight that He has. And it's our need every morning to get our minds on track so that we can live the day more fully devoted to Him. Now, most recently in the Morning Mindset, we've been looking at the book of Proverbs, and today I'm looking at a passage in chapter 24 of the book of Proverbs. And it's verses 3 through 6, and this section is really just kind of an overview of what wisdom brings to a person's life. And he uses all kinds of interesting illustrations and examples. These are by no means exhaustive, so they don't say everything that wisdom brings, but they do give you a flavor. They give you a sense of what wisdom can bring to your life and why it's so important to pursue wisdom and seek to live by wisdom every day of your life. Here's what Proverbs 24, 3 through 6 says. It says, "By wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. By knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. A wise man is full of strength, and a man of knowledge enhances his might. For by wise guidance you can wage your war, and in abundance of counselors there is victory." Now, if you think about the things that are described there, these are all things that were desirable things to have in the culture in which Solomon was writing. It says, by wisdom a house is built. Now, it's not talking just about the structure of a house. It's talking about a person's house, a person's family name and reputation. You know, they would use the word house in that context. You know, my house is known for this. My house is established upon these virtues. You know, that sort of a concept. So he's saying by wisdom a house is built. That family legacy is built by wisdom. By understanding it is established. That is a firm word. It is a secure word. It is a word of permanency. He says by knowledge, the rooms, and now he's using that imagery of a house and he's looking more deeply into it, what makes it up. By knowledge, the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. Now, he's not just talking about gold and silver here or dollars. He's talking about the kinds of things that come from having a wisely built and established house or family line. Precious and pleasant riches. That could be character. That could be conversation. That could be deep relationship. There are all kinds of things that come through wisdom and through knowledge, he uses here as a synonym for wisdom. And now he focuses in on the individual, and he says a wise man is full of strength, and a man of knowledge enhances his might. You see, we grow, we become better as individuals, more capable, more competent, through gaining more wisdom and more understanding. It enhances our lives. He says, by wise guidance you can wage your war, and in abundance of counselors there's victory. So he's saying success and good planning come from wisdom. And wisdom is not just something we have in and of ourselves. We receive it from others through the counsel and advice of others. So I want to encourage you today, as you look at your day, maybe you've got some challenging decisions ahead of you today, or some situations you know are going to be difficult to navigate. I want to encourage you to think in terms of wisdom. First of all, ask the God of heaven and earth to give you wisdom, but then seek out counsel if you need it. Seek to understand and to know better how you can approach the situation with wisdom, and may God be with you. Let's talk more tomorrow on The Morning Mindset.